blood clotting issues. 400 IU of vitamin E a day. You can take 800 IU of vitamin E a day. Look for the mixed tocopherols. We've talked about that a lot in the past. Vitamin E is important for brain health, for dementia, for Parkinson's disease, for Alzheimer's disease. Vitamin E is your protection vitamin. It protects the body. It protects it from excess energy. It protects it from excess light energy, solar energy. That makes it super important for the skin, for sunburn, for the eyes. Vitamin E's ability to absorb or dampen excess energy makes it anti-sunburning. Try it. Check it out. If you're one of those folks who burns in, say, 15 or 20 minutes, go out in the sun or take some vitamin E for maybe a week or 2 or 3 and go out in the sun and watch what happens. You'll find you're burning much less readily. We've talked about all of these in the past, but what we haven't talked about a lot is the fact that vitamin E is important for blood sugar. How do you like this? This is one vitamin. Important for cancer, important for heart disease, important for diabetics, the 3 leading causes of death in this country. It's not found in foods. And unless you're supplementing with vitamin E, you're not going to be getting enough certainly not enough to protect you from cardiovascular disease or brain diseases, or now it turns out from metabolic syndrome and diabetes. Vitamin E protects your blood from glycation, the effect that sugar has on protein. Sugar explodes protein. This is why sugar and blood sugar issues and diabetes are a leading cause of blindness, a leading cause of amputation, because it explodes the proteins in the tiny blood vessels in your eyes and in your extremities. That's called glycation, or sugaring, or caramelizing, or browning. Literally caramelizing. Caramel is heated sugar, and glycation is the reaction that sugar has with protein in the presence of high energy. Not necessarily heat, but high energy. Anyway, vitamin E protects your blood from glycating, protects your body from glycating, from caramelizing, from candying. That's why it will lower your hemoglobin A1C. Try that. If you're a diabetic or pre-diabetic and they're testing your A1C and you're not on vitamin E, start taking some vitamin E. Watch what happens to your A1C. Vitamin E is protective against metabolic syndrome. That means high blood pressure. That means Alzheimer's. That means inflammation. Metabolic syndrome is a condition that's caused by high blood sugar, and pretty much any health issue that you can name, any health issue that you can think of is a component of metabolic syndrome. Metabolic means chemistry. Chemistry syndrome. Talking about metabolic syndrome is talking about everything syndrome, because metabolic means everything in terms of the chemistry of the body. Vitamin E is a detox vitamin. It's important for the health of your liver. There's so many ways, you guys, that we can be improving our health using supplements. Just something as simple as vitamin E can affect every single system in the body. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. 844-236-6010 is our number. 844-236-6010 is our number. If you've had your gallbladder taken out, or if you're thinking of having your gallbladder taken out, hang tight, listen up, because we're going to talk about how you can protect yourself from gallbladder problems when we come back from our break, and take your phone calls as well. 844-236-6010 is our number. I'm Pharmacist Ben. We'll be back after this. Back on the bright side, I am Pharmacist Ben. Got a couple lines open for you. 844-236-6010 is our number. 844-236-6010 if you have questions about the longevity products, formulations, ingredients, or if you want to get off your meds and get on a good nutritional supplement program, we can help you. If you've got questions about skincare or skin health issues or skincare products, we can help you as well. 844-236-6010. Speaking of skincare, if you're interested in checking out our Truth Treatment products, made with 0 preservative, fragrances, waxes, oils, fillers, water, just active and functional ingredients. Check out truthtreatments.com, truthtreatments.com. If you're thinking about having a gallbladder taken out, please think hard and long about that. The gallbladder is critically important for how we absorb fats. If you don't have a gallbladder, it isn't coming back in, and the rest of your life will be spent dealing with fat absorption problems. If you have gallstones and you're absolutely miserable, well, you got to do what you got to do. But if you're on the way to getting gallstones, if you're on the way to getting having fat absorption or gallbladder problems, use bile salts, eliminate problem foods, use lecithin. Make sure that you're chewing your food really well. Make sure you're using your ultimate enzymes. There's enzymes in your saliva, by the way. When you chew your food really well, you reduce the load on the stomach and on the pancreatic enzymes. It is so unbelievably important to respect the importance of bile. So you don't ever hear anybody talking about bile and its relevance, especially when it comes to heart health and brain health and just everything. But it's unbelievably important. It's along with the lymph and the blood, it's part of the three main fluid systems of the body, the lymph, the blood, and the bile. And we talk about the blood a lot, and we talk about the lymph a little bit, but we hardly ever talk about the importance of bile. But we'll be doing that tomorrow on the bright side, because that's what we do on this program. We cover the little-known, easy ways that we can reverse our health challenges without prescription drugs, without doctors, without Obamacare, without the humiliation and just utter failure, interacting with the utter failure that is what we call the modern medical model. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side. 844-236-6010 is our number. Let's go to Mark in Ohio. What's going on, buddy? Welcome to The Bright Side, Mark.
Hey, how you doing, Ben?
Doing good. What's going on today? How can we help you?
Well, it's interesting you were just talking about the gallbladder and stuff. I just successfully completed Dr. Group's liver cleanse from Global Healing Center.
Okay, tell me about it.
That was pretty interesting. Passed a bunch of gallstones.
Well, hang on. Let me ask you a couple things. First of all, how old are you?
I am 33.
Okay. Did you have a history of digestive issues or liver issues or anything like that?
Yeah, I had some. Yeah.
What did you have?
Basically, your whole triangle of disease was occurring with me, and it started really in my mid-20s where I started having the adrenal fatigue.
Okay.
So once I got on longevity, I was able to backtrack the blood sugar issues and then link it to a digestive symptom.
Nice. That's a triangle. You nailed the triangle.
So I've been doing okay taking longevity stuff. But yeah, I just recently tried the liver cleanse, and so I'm hoping that passing these stones now I'll be able to digest the fats better, like you're talking about.
Okay, so what's going on? Do you have a health issue, or?
Actually, I was calling for my buddy Jerry today.
Okay.
Jerry has been diagnosed with Sjogren's syndrome, and I want the bright side solution of that.
Okay, good. I like that. Sjogren's syndrome is an autoimmune disease. It affects the liquid glands, the tear glands and moisture glands. And the body's constantly secreting moisture factors and liquids to kind of lubricate things. So Sjogren's syndrome affects these systems. So things get really dry. Tears and respiratory secretions dry up, and digestive secretions dry up. The most important thing to recognize, there's two most important things about Sjogren's. Number one, it's an autoimmune disease. Anytime you hear the word immune, you've got to think of where the immune system is located primarily, and that's food or that's digestion. So you got to go to food and you got to go to digestion for all autoimmune issues. You guys, there's 50 million, maybe more, victims of these kinds of diseases. They're a leading cause of misery, autoimmune diseases. And the clue to the solution is right in the word, because the immune system is located in the digestive system. And again, I'm not some kind of food Nazi here. I'm just telling you the chemistry of the situation, the physiology of the situation. If it's an immune problem, it's a digestive problem, period. Now, there may be some other factors involved, but the vast majority of it is going to be food and digestion. So, Mark, a couple things for your buddy. Focus on foods and digestion, eliminate problem foods, use probiotics, the digestive enzymes, lecithin. You know all the things we talk about on this program, chopping your food up, making soups and smoothies. But here's an extra little wrinkle when it comes to Sjogren's and all autoimmune, but especially when it comes to Sjogren's. There's a major connection between secretions and fats. EFAs particularly. So Sjogren's syndrome, even more than other autoimmune diseases, it involves the fat absorption system and fat supplementation. So get your friend on the ultimate EFAs quickly. Make sure he's using them with all of his fat support, and make sure he's eating fatty foods with his essential fatty acids, ultimate EFAs, and it probably wouldn't hurt him to take some vitamin E with that as well. All right, now, there's a lot of other things you could do. The Healthy Start Pack, that goes without saying. That's always the first place to work. And as we said, helping improve fat absorption is important. But essential fatty acids have a very important role to play when it comes to secretions. And by the way, this is also important for folks who have dry eyes. Essential fatty acids can help with tear secretions even if you don't have Sjogren's syndrome. But especially if you do have Sjogren's syndrome, work on fats. Make sure he's supplementing with his EFAs. Make sure he gets on his Mighty 90 essential nutrients. Make sure he supports digestive health with supplements and also with eliminating problem foods. Mark, that's how easy it is. And I'm going to go on the air. I'm going to go on a limb here on the air and tell you, if he does everything correctly, 100% guarantee he's going to feel better, and it's not going to take long. And to the extent he follows everything I just said, he can completely reverse this thing. And that's true. Everybody listening out there who's dealing with an autoimmune disease, that is the power of these ideas. That's the power of supplementation. That's the power of taking charge of your life. Nobody has to suffer. Does that help you, Mark?
Oh, absolutely. I'm here just grinning because I know what you're talking about is truth. So God bless you.
Praise God. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. You guys, do you think I just rolled off the turnip truck and I'm coming up with these ideas? I'm telling you this, and I tell you this every day on the bright side because I've seen what Mark is talking about. I've seen it over and over and over again for 30 years with the longevity products for nearly 20 years. If you're dealing with a health challenge, if you're dealing with an inflammatory disease, if you're dealing with brain health issues, if your father or grandfather or grandparents are dealing with anything, please just employ some of these strategies that we talk about and watch what happens. Watch the human body do the work. Just give the body some of these ideas, some of these supplements we're talking about, remove the bad stuff, put the good stuff in, all the things we talk about on this program, and watch what happens. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. 844-236-6010 is our number. Bill in California. What's up, buddy? Welcome to the bright side.
Hey, Ben. How's it going?
Doing good. What's going on, man?
I have a skin diagnosis. I had a patch of something on my knee, and the doctor diagnosed it as lichen simplex chronicus.
Oh, my goodness.
And prescribed a medicine that costs $175 for a tube.
That's unbelievable. Do you have the medicine there?
No, I couldn't afford it.
Do you know the name of it? Oh, you didn't buy it. Okay, do you know the name of it, though?
I don't remember. I'm sorry.
All right, Bill, hang tight. It's probably a steroid cream. I cannot friggin' believe that it would cost you that much money, though. But hang on. We'll talk about lichen simplex chronicus when we come back from our break. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side. Don't go away. Got more good health information coming up right after this. Okay, we are back on The Bright Side. I'm Pharmacist Ben. 844-236-6010 is our number, 844-236-6010. We're talking to Bill in California about lichen simplex chronicus. That's a mouthful, right, Bill? You just basically have a rash, okay? It's like white scaly skin, white scales on your knee, correct? It's like a white thickness. Lichen is a type of growth. It's actually named after the fungal, I guess it's a kind of fungus that grows on trees. It's named after that growth, whatever. I don't know if it's a fungus, whatever it is that grows on trees. It just basically means there's a patch, and there's different kinds. There's some really miserable types of lichen. There's one lichen condition called lichen planus, which is absolutely miserable. Lichen simplex, simple means simple. It's not like a big mess like a lichen planus would be. But still, it's a sign that something's going on. All right, couple things. First of all, to get rid of it quickly, start working on your fats and your fat absorption. All right, a major relationship between the cell membrane, the outer part of cells, skin cells, and essential fats and fat absorption. Now, if you know you have digestive problems, that's going to help you, because then you can start to eliminate problem foods, and you'll notice support digestive health as well. So in addition to taking your ultimate EFAs, getting on 400 IU of vitamin E, 20,000 IU of vitamin A, probably wouldn't hurt you to try 50 milligrams of zinc picolinate. Get on the Healthy Start Pack. In addition to all of that, you're going to want to focus on how well you're absorbing things. Now, whenever you have growths on the skin, you want to think of three things. Number one, you want to think of fats. Number two, you want to think of blood sugar. And number three, you want to think of digestion, especially probiotics and good bacteria. So in addition to all those supplements that I just told you, you're going to want to focus on fats and fat absorption in your digestive system. Probably be a good idea to start using the nightly essence as well as the digestive enzymes and apple cider vinegar after all your meals. Once you start to nail this thing down, Once you start working on this, you're going to notice that the lichen planus just completely disappears on its own. And by the way, you don't just have, or I'm sorry, lichen simplex chronicus goes away on its own. You don't just have a skin condition. Nobody just has a skin condition. So what you'll notice once you start using these strategies, Bill, is you're going to feel better across the board. In addition to getting rid of your skin issue, your lichen simplex chronicus, I like saying that, you'll also be improving all your markers of health and improving your longevity as well. Does that help, Bill?
Yes, it's. I've been doing longevity way back when it was American Longevity.
Okay.
And
have I met you? Have you and I met, Bill?
Yes.